What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Shalom back again with another video. Real quick, wanted to share a quick video of Terrence Howard sitting down with Bill Maher on the Bill Maher show or his podcast. They're basically going into the rap game. What has it become? Why the guys aren't as tough as they used to be, seeming like, or maybe they were never really even tough in the beginning. Um, in this clip, you're gonna see Terrence Howard basically say that these guys aren't really tough, and what they do behind the scenes with the Diddy parties of the sorts and things like that, really shows who they really are. And this kind of goes back to many people saying that uh, rap is used to control black minds primarily, and is pushing an agenda, and it pushes the agenda towards all of America and throughout the world. But I think Terrence Howard kind of hits it on the head in this video. But then he talks also about how you can be blackballed for even speaking against it. So it kind of gives us insight on why it's never stopped. Y'all check out the video.
Funny, like my friend said to me, rappers, they're all so tough until you hear their real name.
Yeah, well, until you see them at a puffy party, then they're not tough no more. I'm surprised that the rap game is still alive because the masculinity that the rappers are supposed to portray.
What is it with all the man-on-man action that I'm learning about? I mean, like with the puffy parties, like the last thing I ever thought that went on there was gay stuff. Not that gay stuff was wrong, it's wonderful. I just did not think that's what Puffy was doing.
Yeah, well, I didn't think it either. And even when my assistant said that stuff, I still was like joking it off. And it wasn't until later on that I heard other things from people that worked from him. You know, you remember that back in the times of slavery, they had a thing called breaking the buck, where they would take, not to go in a bad place, but this is how I see what's happening, the parallels with what's happening correlates what's happening in the business. If they, back in the times of slavery, if they had like some 12-year-old slave that was just full of himself and confident and, wasn't listening, they would tie him to a log or a barrel, and a bunch of the overseers would rape him, to where when he walked around with the slaves now, he didn't have the confidence.
Sure.
He was broken, and it was called breaking the buck.
Wow.
And that's still taking place. And so to hear that people in the industry are still making young rappers who have fought the worst of circumstances, being disenfranchised, being discounted, and then they finally like, I'm gonna put it into music. I'm gonna do it in the music. I'm gonna, get myself together, and they go and see someone, and they tell them, okay, yeah, you can have a deal. Perform fellatio on me, and you get your deal. That was what I heard while I was on Empire about some of the people in the business. And Petey Pablo, you remember Petey Pablo?
I know who that is.
Petey Pablo, talented writer, singer. Him and Young Buck wrote a song called Ho Is On. And in that song, back in about 2011 or 29 or something, because he called out all of the homosexuality taking place at those parties and those people, he was kicked out of the music business. No radio station would play his stuff. So you look for Petey Pablo, he's not around anymore. But that song, Ho It's On, they did not care. They went all in on it.
All right, guys. So there it is. You hear what Terrence Howard had to say. I find it a little weird though that Terrence Howard's been going on this press tour of podcasts talking about the industry and the Diddy's, but I guess it's they ask him about it or bring it up because he's I guess somewhat close in that part of the industry, even though he's more of a movie guy. But whatever. But he's been speaking on that a lot lately, and I feel like he has it's something that he's gonna come out and say. But I know he's been doing this whole math two plus two is not four, or one plus one is not two, whatever that he's been saying. But that is interesting on what he's saying about Petey Pablo, how he was blackballed out of the industry. I didn't think Petey Pablo was blackballed. I just thought he kind of fizzled out. But he did leave on some good hits. But maybe he knows a little bit more than the rest of us. But y'all let me know in the comment section below. Is the entertainment industry blackballing people that speak out against homosexuality and these Diddy type parties? And is Diddy going to get out? Is he really innocent? But y'all let me know in the comments section below. Y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. Peace.